my next guest tonight, joining me all the way from Asbury, New Jersey, I'd like everybody to welcome to the show Luke Henderiks of the band Teenage Halloween. How we doing, Luke?
Good, yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I'm stoked to be on here. I've been really enjoying the weirdness of the connecting through the internet lately. It makes me happy because I don't have to I don't know, I'm a lot less socially anxious doing this for some reason. It's just totally a weird thing, but
well,
yeah,
you're in your own space. It's comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, things that are familiar around you. But that's amazing. I tend to switch out my Funkos in the back, and I switched out Bob for the child here for little baby Yoda, even though it's not Yoda, but so we had a little switch out. Bob was in the background of my few episodes. Oh, that's an awesome cup. That's an awesome.
I love
cup.
him. Yeah, I actually I watched him when I a lot of people meme him a lot, and I feel like he's more just a genius. When I was younger, I would watch Bob Ross, and that's how I started doing art, because I felt it was very calming, and I was able to just be able to relax while doing my own shit, because I feel his voice is just so comforting and I don't know, wholesome, supportive.
It is. It's very soothing. It's almost like a mantra listening to him talk. It's a very breathe in and breathe out, and it's just it's very light and calming. It's like a tide. Bob, it's just like listening to water, just coming in and coming out.
Oh, it's awesome.
You're absolutely right. And just the gentle way that he just put himself into the world doing what he loved. All the respect for Bob Ross. So that's awesome. I've got you into painting. But for my guests that haven't heard of Teenage Halloween, tell us about it.
So I would say it's I would say that Teenage Halloween is a collective, but now it's more of a band now, but it was for about 5 years a collective of people. I wrote a bunch of songs, and my sax player, who's been in the band since it started, Brandon Hakeem, and I we were writing songs for a while, and a bunch of people were playing with us, and it was a really nice revolving door of friends. And then after about 4 years in, we added probably 3 years in, we added Eli, who plays lead guitar for us now. And Eli's been a core songwriter with us too. And then about a year after that, we added Jane, Pete, and Trisha, and now that's the full set band. And it's now not a collective, it's a set band of people, and we all write the songs together now. We've been mainly doing DIY shows since we started, and it's always been kind of our goal to make an accessible community around us. But yeah, no, we're just a punk band. We play shows, and I don't know, it's hard to explain. I just yeah, no, it's been fun.
And you're right. You're definitely a very fun band. And like you said, you've had a kind of a rotation of artists over the years. So you've got a set group of members now.
Yeah, ever since Hakeem, Eli, and I have always been kind of the core of the band for the last 3 or 4 years, and then we added Trisha, Jane, and Pete, and they've been the core also for about 2 years now, and it's been almost fully the same people now, the last 2 years. And we've been kind of I guess known for most of the time as that band that had 1 million members and always switching. But now we're at the point where we're just a band, and it feels very relieving, if I'm being honest.
Well, it is. It's nice, especially when you've kind of held something for so long and you're able to kind of put in, all the right pieces and find the, just to complete the puzzle,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a very rewarding feeling when you finally hit that moment. You can just kind of breathe out and you're like, this is it. This is
we don't want to kill each other that much, so it's great. It's been a pleasure, because we've been all really on the same page about working on music, and all on the same page about the song structures and style. And I feel it's been a very harmonious, for the most part, and good. I don't know, like it's just been this last 2 years, like we made this record that we're putting out in September, and it was with like the core group, and it was written all together, and it just feels very, very natural this time. And I'm like very excited to be supporting it right now. Like we put out our first single like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and it seems to be like, and I'm really excited about that. And then we're putting out our next one in about 3 weeks. So it's been good. Like we also, it's our first time this year has been our first time working with a PR person. So that has been its own thing. And like the fact that we have a set lineup is very helpful with that, because now the PR person can when they shop to like labels and blogs and stuff, not labels, yeah, because the PR person is for our label, but when they shop to like blogs and like advertisers and shit, like they can like just like have a picture of us, and that's really us.
And that's an awesome feeling to be able to come to that and to see that just put out there, and then have a group, a team of people that's representing you. That's awesome. That's a great feeling to be able to hit that milestone as an artist. And you've been doing this since what, 2014, if I'm correct?
2014, yeah. And
I did my homework.
I've been doing it since I was about 15 years old. And I feel like the reason that there were so many revolving people for so long is because personally I really wanted to make music, and like a lot of like, and like I couldn't find really like a set band that I was able to like have like do it like all the time. So I just kind of like, I wanted to like do the thing where it's like it's happening still, and I was really trying to not discouraged my whole youth about how I can't find like the perfect group of people. So I feel like when I was 15, the logical idea that I thought of was to just have anyone that I'm friends with do it and stuff, like in and out. And it was good, yeah. And it's like, it feels a lot better now. But yeah, I've been doing it since I was 15 years old. It's been a weird thing. Now I'm 22. It's like coming to terms with being an adult and having to have a little more responsibility over your art, because of like, you have to think about sustainability and stuff like that, and like what you're doing, and like smart moves and stuff. It's just been a crazy couple years since like becoming an adult and having to like have more responsibility over art and shit.
And you're right, because eventually it comes to a point where if you want to be able to grow what you're doing, there's only so many things that you can do yourself. And then having, a concrete group of people that you can just bounce ideas off, and build a plan. But on top of that, having some sort of representation out there is also huge, because you can just tell them what your motives are and your expectations. And with the right company, they're going to put it out there. And obviously it's doing well, because I had found out about you through Instagram. And that's cool. From there, and I went and checked out the Spotify, and I was like, well, holy shit, I really, really like this. And on top of that, you're hitting on incredibly important subject matters which need to be heard and need to be discussed and need to be talked about right now. So you're standing on a platform with some amazing things to say. And honestly, I'm a little blown away by your age, because I thought you were a little bit older, which it's refreshing to see that. I probably don't look like I'm in my mid-30s, but I am. No, but it's refreshing to hear such amazing open-mindedness coming out of this next generation of music, and especially making such an important impact like you have so far.
I mean, that's very nice. Also, my dog just walked in. That's very nice. I feel like it's also like, it's hard to think about like the at least right now, because I think it's like, it feels weird having a platform and like working like with like the current events with politically and socially. It feels very weird having a platform. So I'm trying to figure out ways to use that for the benefit of like a community. And but it's also like, I don't know. It's also like just it's very nice that people are getting something out of what we're doing, because a lot of the lyrics that I put into our songs are very like personal to like me and like my feelings about like the world. And I guess that and like it's good because like the whole band like we kind of look at the lyrics before we make a song, because like everyone kind of agrees on the subject matter and stuff. Yeah, no, it's been nice. It's just a weird it's just strange to be existing in this current time frame.
It is, because honestly it feels like we slipped into like the darkest timeline here, because it's just some of the things that are happening, it doesn't even feel like it's real life, and it's blowing my mind. And you're right, it is. You know what, we have to kind of ask ourselves in this situation right now, it's like that people who do have a platform, and you know, our musicians, our artists, or entertainers are like, all right, what can we do to actually make a difference? And really it's just amplify, awareness, education, and
Yeah, definitely.
any direct support. But that's the thing, is what do you see from like all the major, I'd say, us counterculture folks, you know, us punkers and metalheads and hip-hop artists and electronic artists, you know, the counterculture generation, the true heart, you know, of this country and progressive thinking, you know, from our parents' generation and so on and so forth, you know, the people that actually make, you know, physical changes in the world. And I think that the best thing that we can do really is just amplify and awareness.
Yeah, definitely. It's just it's tough because it's like I don't know, I guess it's going to be constant critical thinking and brainstorming and keeping people in check to actually make a difference, because like DIY is a small section of humanity, and I feel like to actually make a difference we need to take the things that like you know how like punk kind of keeps people very in check sometimes. I feel like if we did that in the normal world, like I wish that like because I'm a food service worker, I wish that as a food service worker I could be like, hey, fuck you, don't say things like that to my coworkers. But then we're taught and ingrained in us, when like we are taught and ingrained in our minds since we start working, that we have to always appease customers, and we always have to appease always have to appease the people giving like money to us. And like I feel like that is where I see the most like hate and evil, is when I'm like just working in public and I'm trying to find a way to gauge how to like just how to fight like on a normal level, not just on the internet.
And that's the thing, is like, so it's really, and it depends on like the company that you work for, but I definitely feel like it's a conversation that needs to be had, especially with management. Unless it's a corporation, it's an entirely different situation. But and you see in a lot of situations where people are just refusing to serve the ignorant, racist, bigoted, hateful individuals, and be like, yeah, you can go someplace else. It's that simple.
I mean, yeah, that's the goal.
It honestly, and I, you know, I was a cook for years. I don't know how amazingly rewarding it would be to be like, and you could go home.
Yeah, no, I saw this movie recently called have you ever seen Brazil?
Seen what?
Brazil. It's with
yes. Yes.
And it kind of like, it's like I was watching it and it's like there's like so much like I was talking about it with my sibling, that there was like so much fascism in that movie that it's like pretty relevant to today.
You're right. Terry Gilliam, first of all, one of my favorite filmmakers. That is an amazing piece of art and film. People haven't seen it. I don't know what platform it's on right now. Where did you just stream it on?
I downloaded it on Prime, honestly. So
Amazon Prime, so definitely worth checking out. There are a lot of great filmmakers that honestly foresee these types of things coming. But honestly,
it's like, don't you wish you didn't have to download movies on Amazon? It's just like it's like, I feel like it's like one of the worst, most terrible companies. And like, you're just like, I feel like it's so hard to like find films not on there, just because of, like, it's so limited the amount of streaming services there are.
It is, and you know, I wish there was different options in order to a la carte, you know, the type of art and film that you'd be able to want to find on the internet. But we can only, you know, hope for, you know, that type of option for a consumer. But
it's embarrassing to say that you watched an anti-fascist movie on Amazon, but it's I guess that's just how
there are far worse things that could be done right now. So I was like, I guess that's that's just how it went down that night. So before everything started closing up, what was like playing out with Teenage Halloween and like the growth and development, some of your shows over the years?
Yo, so much. Like right before quarantine, we were planning the biggest shit we ever did, and like it was like gonna be like crazy as fuck. Like we had a month and a half long US tour plan. We had like another tour that would be this weekend because we were gonna go to Canada and do a bunch of shows.
You would have been right next door to me. Maine's little Canada.
Yeah. We were gonna play Maine. Like we were planning on hitting up you live in Portland?
I live just north of Portland, but where in Portland were you gonna play? Sun Tiki or Geno's?
We were actually gonna hit up I don't know if it's still open, but we were gonna try and play the Space Gallery.
Space Gallery I don't think is open, but
we were like planning. We were like, it was all in like.
They might be. I don't. I'd have to look up because I mean a few people have you know closed, but I don't know if Space Gallery is open or not. But that would be a good venue, or Geno's, or Sun Tiki, or the Flask Lounge. There's a lot of great places in Portland to play. Yeah,
we were we didn't have anything confirmed, but we were like, that was the venue we were talking about trying to play. And then, because like July was far from when quarantine started, so we kind of like, we were in the like, where should we hit up point of that. Like, because we had a festival show that would have been yesterday in Ottawa. So we were gonna do Ottawa, Montreal, and Toronto with like 3 New England shows, and like we were excited about that. But yeah, no, the full US would have ended a month ago. It would have been May to mid-June. And then we were about to do like this whole week in Canada, and then next month we were going to do another tour that was going to be in like just the South, like near Florida. So like we had like so much planned, and then we were going to do Fest and do a tour around Fest, and that got canceled. Like we never went on that many tours, and we like had like 5 planned for just 2020.
Damn, that's a lot. That's definitely a hard hit.
I mean, yeah. Also, the record is coming out in September, but it was going to be out last week if we didn't have the pushbacks of Corona, the record plants, all of that stuff. But yeah, we had so much planned, but it got totally fucked up. But we definitely plan to make another record after this one, and then probably go really hard on that one in the new world.
Nice.
But
in the new world, I like that.
Yeah, but we were also
our new world release.
We were thinking of maybe doing a release show for this record, like 6 months from now, when like this is a little better, maybe. But it's also like it's a question of like, will that be already have done its hype course and stuff. But we're trying our best to figure out what to do during this whole thing. But yeah, everything we had going on is fucked. So we're just rolling with it.
So what are you doing with the downtime then?
The downtime, I'm just writing a lot of music, and also like working on my art endeavors. Like I draw and I like do art.
Are you responsible for that amazing Bowie piece behind you?
I'm not. This is actually my mom's, but
Your mom painted that?
No, she bought it.
Oh, she bought it. I was like, wait, your mom's painter too?
Yeah, no, hold on. I'm actually gonna go to the other room to grab something I just finished recently. It's not
You're the first person to take us on a walk on the show.
Yeah, I feel like I have to now that we're talking about art.
Oh yeah, definitely show us.
Yeah, this is about a month old. It's not like it's a little bit old news because I've just posted it like a month ago.
Oh, that's new to me.
This is my puppy.
Yo, what's up, pup?
But she's so cute. This is something I just got done. I'm more of like a impressionist, like pop artist.
Yeah.
So I just got that done. That was like I was sitting in the woods and made it, and then I'm working on 3 pieces for my friend Jeremy, who buys my art and is like an art collector. And then I'm gonna do I'm working on possibly trying to draw David Lynch.
Nice.
But I don't, I'm gonna see where that goes in a sec. But yeah, no, he's great. I love Lynch. He's a good one.
Yo, puppers, what's your dog's name?
Sydney, she's so cute. She hates cameras.
Oh.
She's
I have my cat up here. He's out of frame.
She's a pit bull Jack Russell mix.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, no, she's she really likes hugs, and she like randomly will like lick my leg and want me to pick her up, and then she wants to get right off.
Oh, my best friends have a pit Jack Russell mix as well, but it's like she's like super dark, like mostly black. Oh, so it's the second one that I've seen. Oh, I love.
Yeah, they're so beautiful and nice.
I love dogs and cats. We got 2 cats. Koki's up there sleeping. He's usually hanging out here, but
yeah, she usually like, so my mom's on a business trip, and I live with my parents right now, so I've been like, it's been okay. Like, it's been like 2 years, moving out pretty soon, but my mom's on a business trip, and she usually sleeps with my mom, and like I've been like, I like woke up to her like in my room for the first time in like a year, so it was like really cute. I don't know, it's nice, but
it is nice. I like when they sneak in late at night when you're sleeping, and then you notice them.
Yeah, then they wake you up by licking your face. It's so funny. But yeah, no, this is the most recent art I got done. I'm working on some new stuff. I'm kind of really into that like that abstract cartooning style. So I'm trying to get like my bearings in that a little bit. Like once Corona's done, I'm actually gonna start taking art classes. It's a humbling but very smart thing to do.
It is. It definitely helps with your technique.
Yeah, exactly. And like I just started art like for real. Like, so when I said that I watched like Bob Ross as a kid, that was like just practicing and like trying to get good. But like during coronavirus, I've had so much downtime to like focus on my art that it's like not even funny. Like I've been like designing stuff for people and stuff, and it's been like a really, really positive change. But obviously I would have loved to be more active and like out on the road. It's still cool.
You gotta find ways to be able to like to fill that time, in the in between.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's made me a more interesting person because I've been able to like find hobbies, and like I feel like the last like 4 years of my life, it's just been music on shows, and I've been able to like find like new hobbies to immerse myself in.
Well, which is good. You gotta find all sorts of things to do to stay busy. I have so many different little things that I try to make time for what I can. Like recently, like I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. I DM a big group of people, but I never take the time to like paint my minis. So I took some time like about a week or so ago and actually sit down and do some painting. I was like, oh, I actually have a down moment in between doing stuff for the show. So that's been like my little release lately. I wonder if I can grab one when they're on the other side right here.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons seems sick. I know
Oh,
I there's some people in the band that play it. I don't know really shit about it, but like there's some people in the band that like are really into it.
it's a blast. Like I started on a freaking little focus. Where's the focus point? I got this wolf that I started painting, which is pretty sweet.
Cool.
And then
Wait, do you make your own shit for Dungeons and Dragons? Like, do you
I make
own...
like scenery and stuff, but I don't like make my own minis yet. And I get this water elemental that I started painting here.
Yeah, no, that's very cool.
Yeah, it's good to stay busy, you know. Like I gotta have some downtime for myself here.
No, definitely. Yeah.
Which is good. It's just like, I mean, even when I'm doing it, I'm just like, oh, you know, get my notebook here and like I can write this about the show. Okay, I got these notes. I'm gonna do a little bit more painting. Or I'm pretty distracted on the show most days. But
yeah.
So I'm curious. So Teenage Halloween, fairly unique name. Where did you come up with it?
The name was from Jeff Rosenstock's song Twinkle. He says something like Teenage Halloween, and like just says that in it, and I thought that sounded like really funny. So I was like 15 and I was like, all right, let's make that the name. And we've played enough shows that changing our name would be detrimental. So we kind of just have rolled with it. Like it's a name that is unique. It just doesn't make sense at all. So it's fine.
I was curious if there was some sort of story behind it, but it's an homage to an artist that you dig. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And like I really like Jeff Rosenstock's music. I was really into him when I was in high school. So I feel like that was like an artist that I was like I felt totally okay using lyrics from as a band name.
Nice. Whatever influences kind of like inspired you to start Teenage Halloween?
I would say like Big Star, Modern Lovers, like Ramshackle Glory.
Yep.
The Rolling Stones, if I'm being honest. Like I really like Elliott Smith a lot. I so I really like Hank Williams. I like all that.
Which
weird,
one? Which Hank?
The
original? Hank Senior, second, third, fourth?
Oh, that's crazy. I'm talking about the Hank that's like
the country?
Just the old country, yeah. Like
Hank Williams Senior.
Yeah, I have so many records of his. So
because I was saying, because his grandson Hank Williams III is in a band with Phil Anselmo from Pantera, and so I was like, all right, that's cool. I was gonna say that's quite the jump.
Yeah, no, that's horrible. I'm talking about the one that sings like Lonesome, like I Can Cry.
No,
that's
classic Hank. Classic Hank. Hank OG.
Yeah, like the yeah. But like I've been really into I was into country a lot. I was really into like power pop and like all that like weird pop punk shit when I was young. I also really liked I liked Weezer a lot, but now I hate that shit. But yeah, no, I don't know. My influences were kind of like very normy, and then I feel like I tried to build.
Guest on the show is Rivers from Weezer.
That's horrible. Yeah,
I'm just fucking with you.
No, I feel you. I was just saying that it's crazy because it's like I feel like I built off of a lot of like the weird like music that I liked when I was young. So.
No, it's good. It's good to have like a good eclectic mix, and I'm always curious on like what were some of the things that kind of inspired people to like, you know what, I really want to do this, and you know the bands that kind of motivated you to move forward with it.
I mean, I also really like if you know I really like the Monkees and the Kinks. So that's like a lot of stuff. I don't know. I'm really into like weird music, so I've just
and there's it's nothing wrong with like having an eclectic bit from here and there, and that's what this whole show is all about. It's a big homage to all the amazing music in the world, because honestly, it's kind of like food. You can't just eat the same thing every day and imbibe just the same thing. I mean, you don't really experience anything new that way.
Yeah, you must know how that is as a cook, right? Yeah,
like for years, although when I was cooking way back in the day, Like, I mean, I'd eat the same thing every day when I was there, and it's just chicken wings because it's super easy.
Yeah, I eat the same thing every day right now, so it's
I mean, and you kind of get used to that, but in the real world, in your life, when you actually want to imbibe something, you don't. At least in my case, I don't do the same thing every single day. I like to try as many different things as possible because I mean, what's reward without risk, and vice versa. What's risk without reward in life? And it's totally worth
exactly.
it. I mean, if I wouldn't have discovered half of my favorite foods if I didn't actually try something different.
Yeah, for sure.
And musically, it's the same thing. You just got to try different things because it's just part of your personal evolution and things like that.
Exactly. It's crazy how just thinking outside the box can make things so much better.
It is, and sometimes you just got to take a step, away from yourself and just kind of look at the situation and be like, all right, let's try this. Let's try this, and don't be afraid to take a risk. And that's one thing that I really like about your band, because you're definitely very eclectic, and you've got, yes, you're absolutely a punk band at heart in all your ethos, but you take a lot of risk compared to, say, conventional punk music, and that's what I really like about you. But then again, what is conventional punk other when you think of like your classic 3-bar punk with a 2-step? But
yeah, I mean, what we're trying to do is I feel like the goal with us is to like try and like we really want to like make our own kind of sound. Like it's like very hard to, but like our goal eventually is to like try and come up with something that's a little different than our contemporaries. I mean, I feel like that should be every artist's goal, to like break out of like the shell of like just like what is normal and what is okay.
And I think that's the definition of punk rock, because if you travel back 40 years, you're like, oh, what's punk rock? And you're like, oh, it's Talking Heads. And then you jump a little bit further, and then you get like G.G. Allen and like in the Murder Junkies, and then you go make another jump, and then you get Bad Religion, and you get like the Mad Caddies, and then you get and then you look at like today's like new generation, and honestly, I think it's just more of a mindset than anything. It's just willing to question authority and to go against normality, to go against, like you said, like what our parents' generation or the predecessors did before us, and just try something different.
Yeah, I mean, I think the goal to our music is like, my perspective as like I'm transgender and I'm chubby. I obviously am not societally chill, so I'm trying to write a lot of music that's like for people that feel like they just don't, that they're just out of fucking place. Like I'm trying to like, that's like
by that it finds a sense of normalcy and feeling that you belong to a larger collective, which is important. It's unbelievably important, and that's something I was touching upon earlier. And I think that's important, and to put it out there so that other young individuals in the world are like, holy fuck, I'm not the only one. And I think that's the biggest thing that I find in punk rock, is that everybody belongs. Everybody belongs. Like, and you're seeing all these great memes and everything that's happening socially. It's like you can't be a fascist and also be a punk rocker at the same time. Like
it's also like I think like the goal is to like, I don't know, I feel like the goal in punk rock itself is to like completely destroy fascism. And I feel like fascism is even the cop in your own head that looks at someone and immediately makes assumptions about them. And I like the thing that I'm trying to stress is like, being different is like something that is great and unique, but also it is something that affects you on a larger scale, like getting jobs, like just meeting people. I feel like obviously I'm white, so it is a lot more privilege, but thinking about thinking about differences in people and how they affect people negatively is like what I'm trying to what I'm trying to convey in our music, is that like you're not alone, and like you should be like loved and respected. Like you should demand love and respect.
I could not agree more, and you're absolutely right. So this has been awesome. Where can we find your music online?
Bandcamp is our most accessible source. To listen to it for free, it's on Spotify, and Apple Music, and if you ever want free music, just ask us. But yeah, no, it's the best, I guess, Bandcamp if you want to like support us. But if you want to support us non-monetarily, just hit us up.
That's super kind of you. But
Yeah.
in this time, it's definitely be great to be able to support artists in any way, and even buying a track. It's just a small little thank you for all the hard work and dedication you put into the craft.
Yeah, I mean, support is totally open-ended. It's so chill.
Well, we're definitely excited to be able to check you out here on the show.
Cool.
Before we part ways, anything you want to say to the audience?
Fight for, I think the goal for everyone should be to fight for the person next to you that's suffering. All right.
I couldn't agree more. Agree more.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. My guest tonight has been Luke Henderiks of the band Teenage Halloween, coming in from Absury, New Jersey. Thanks for hanging out tonight.
No problem.
Stoked you're going to be able to check out a bunch of your music. And down below, you'll see all the links for everything Teenage Halloween. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight.
Of course. Have a good one.
Hey, we'll talk soon.
See you soon.